ॐ गुरुदेवाय विद्महे परब्रह्माय धीमहि तन्नो गुरुः प्रचोदयात्।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरु मेरी पूजा गुरु गोविंद, गुरु मेरा पार ब्रह्म गुरु भगवंत, गुरु मेरी
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
Shirdi Saibaba Temple of Arizona, where we are here in this very divine place, and today's theme is Guru Purnima. Who is a guru? Anybody knows the meaning of a guru?
It's a teacher.
Teacher. And what is today's day?
Teacher's Day.
It's a teacher's day. So what an appropriate day to celebrate the meaning of guru. Guru means darkness. But darkness within us. Ru means dispeller, means who is the remover of darkness. So Guru means the one who removes the darkness. So here at the Shirdi Saibaba temple, Sai Baba is a guru who is going to dispel the darkness in all of us. We just go and surrender to a guru because you cannot reach to the God straight away. You need somebody to hold your hand and take you to the God. So that guru, that God himself is Sai Baba. And we are going to learn about Sai Baba, the 11 sayings of Sai Baba, the significance of Guru Purnima. Buddha got illuminated on this Guru Purnima day. So there are several gurus around this world, and there is a guru within us also. So it is the day we seek the guru within us. Today is the day we are going to explore about Guru. This is part of our Bharat heritage. Anilji, who is serving the Guru day in and day out through this Shirdi Saibaba temple of Arizona. Please say namaste to Anilji, Sai Ram, and he will take us to the rest of the group.
Baba, have any of you heard about Baba before? Yes. So what do you guys know? Anything that you want to share with me? Everybody here? Go ahead.
He helps a lot of people.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So anybody want to go next? No? Yes, yeah. Okay. So as she was explained to you right just now, Guru, we all have our gurus in our life. And can any of you tell me who is your first guru? First teacher of your life? Mom. Your mom is your first teacher. Because she is the one who tells you, right, what is right, what is wrong, what to do and what not to do. She will teach you everything. So this probably you must have heard Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, something similar. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, right? Matru Devo Bhava, like so mom and dad are the first gurus and teachers like gods for you. Then comes your guru. Guru can be anybody. It's not only Baba, right? in your life, anybody who can teach you something. Let's say it could be your a friend, it could be your younger brother or your siblings, it could be mom, dad, a tree, an animal, anything that's out there that you can learn something good, it's a guru. So Baba is just one form of the gurus. Like Baba, they have millions of gurus who are Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is our Hinduism, right? It's one of them. In fact, the religion, the oldest religion of this earth, Sanatana Dharma or Hinduism, we are proud to be part of that religion. And any religion that we take and then talk about it, they all have roots from Hinduism only. So from that Sanatana Dharma, there are so many gurus that came out to teach the people, to enlighten them, just like how they got enlightened. They want everybody else to be enlightened and then reach God. Because in our Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism, we believe that each one of us is God in him or herself. That's why we call this Aham Brahmosmi. That means I am the God, I am the enlightened one. Like Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, Baba. Name any guru out there, any divine soul out there. They are the ones who realize the potential that we have in us, and then they become gurus. So you also start working towards it from now. Meditate, pray, and do all these things. You can also become just like equal to Baba, a clear guru out there. The whole thing is how much effort that you want to put into it.
ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय
Any of you heard about Lord Dattatreya? Dattatreya. He is one of the, in some forms of Hinduism, he is considered as the one of the oldest Parampara lineage. He is considered the first guru, or some of us consider Shiva as the Adi Guru. But either way, Lord Dattatreya is a reincarnation of all three days: Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Do you know all three? Who is Brahma? Who is Brahma? What did I say? A creator. When I say he creates everything, you get for whatever you see in the naked eye, he is the one who created it. Do you know who is Vishnu? Who wants to take a shot? Who is Vishnu? So once you create something, you have to take care of your nourishment, take care of it, right? So the one who takes care that every creation has been done by Brahma is Vishnu. And then who is it? Yes, please. No. Third one is the one who punishes. He is Shiva. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Maheshwara is also called Lord Shiva. Shiva, right? Shiva is the one who they call the who destroys, destroy anything, but the only thing is, let's say, anything that takes a life has to go away, right? When it has to time to go away, he's the one who take care of that process, take it out, let's say you have trash at home, right? There's a process where you put it in there and then go clean it up and then put it out there, and some trash day comes and cleans it up. The whole process, cleaning process, that is taken care by Maheshwara, who is Lord Shiva. So, Dattatreya is the reincarnation of all the three of them, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. And he is the guru who can teach you everything and anything that you want. So the guru lineage started from him. So he is one of the oldest gurus you can say. Like, that's one of the sects of Hinduism. Some believe Vishnu is also, Shiva is also Adi Guru. Some believe Vishnu is also Adi Guru. That's also, but at the end of the day, they are the different forms of gurus who can come and help you, teach you what you need. Yeah, please. Those are two dogs. Actually, the way he did this, two dogs here, there were only 4 dogs. It's a good question, but do you know why those dogs are like and what it represents? Because in the picture of Lord Dattatreya, you'll see Goma, and then you see 4 dogs around the picture. Not only in pictures of Dattatreya, you see many of Indian deities. You will see some form of Bhairava, Kala Bhairava. Dog is called another form of Kala Bhairava, but you will see him in most of the deity pictures, not all of them, so most predominantly. And with Dattatreya, the way they have these 4 Bhairavas, right way of saying it, instead of saying it as a dog and all things, Bhairava is the right name in Sanskrit, right? That's what it's called as Bhairava. The 4 Bhairavas that you see around Dattatreya are the representation of 4 Vedas. that we have in our Sanatana Dharma.
That's
Oh,
a good
this one good one. So I told you, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So you can see the difference between all the three face expression. Let's say you, if let's say even in India, if you're coming from one part of the India, you put your bindi in one form. If you're coming from Tamil Nadu, you put the bindi in one form. From up north, you put bindi here. Right? Each one of you decorate or maybe do the alankara, singar, slightly different way. That kind of represents who you are, right? Based on. So if you see them, I told you Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. Can you see the way they are, like even putting the tilaka is slightly different, right? So he is Brahma representation, he is Vishnu, he is Shiva. What does Shiva have? One more thing, he has three eyes. You know Shiva has three eyes. That's why he is a representation. And also one more thing, what Shiva has is Ganga, Ma Ganga, right? On his head. Did you heard about Ma Ganga? The Shiva, you will see there's a little water coming out of his head. So it's Ma Ganga who sits on his head, and it's kind of a representation of the water that they're showing in this part of the murti. So Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, the incarnation of all three of them. It's a good cash. I don't know if you watch it. It's good. Any other questions? Was in our Sanatana Dharma, at the time our sages had explained that every small, minute details has this beautiful scientific explanation, and that's good for everything what they taught is for our safety only. So they never used to go out without the bindi, and even they used to have the holes inside of their hands. They used to have some kind of Rudraksha mala, some kind of mala in their neck. So there are a lot of things that even now, in this age, you can still continue to do that. So be proud of who you are as a Hindu. You don't have to, because a lot of people might be trying to mock you or trying to say something, but you can tell them that if you really want to go and not this part of Google, you have so much information at your fingertips. You can search or you can come back and ask your parents, Mom, why is this, right? They will look and they will try to explain it. If not, right, next time they cannot explain it. When you go to temple next time, you can ask the priest who is there, see if he or she can able to do the job. Be proud of what you are. If somebody says something bad about it, understand and try to see if you can explain to them, say this why you are winning, and be proud when you have win. You don't have to kind of say it's not a cool thing to do. Some people think once you grow into older, you think that okay, by going out, this everything is not a cool thing to do. But believe me, it is the best thing you can do, and it's going to help you out, protect you, be a good individual. And he is my guru, our guru. He is one of the divine souls. His name is Saibaba. But there is a name that is being given to him by Baba. I told you in the olden days, all the saints, the sages, right? Everyone used to have a guru. Like right now, you're going to schools, and everybody goes to basis one of your schools, right? In the olden days, we never used to go to that kind of schools. What we call as gurukuls. In the sense, at the age of 5, all of us used to go to the place called Akshara. Probably most of them might have gone through it yourself also here. Akshara is the first day when they do a ceremony wherein you write starting with some divine letters like say what we call it Om, some of the divine syllables, right? BHO, what we call them as, and then Om, Shri Ganeshaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Siddham Namah. Those some of the divine names that we start our first writing with, and after that, parents used to send the kids to your teacher's home. So it's not like you're going to school in the morning, coming back. No, you used to leave the home, go and live with your teacher, and your teachers were Guruma, and then they used to treat you like their own kids, and then they used to teach you all the things that you need to learn in the life, and then you used to come back home only once you're done with the learning. Sometimes it takes years to finish that. It's not that you're going to school in the morning and then coming back. So we went through that. You guys, what are your experiences? We are lucky enough in the olden days. From lucky enough in the sense, you get to see your parents day in, day out. Whereas in the olden days, Guru is your dad, mom, and everything. He used to love and take care of you so much, right? So that's the Guru Parampara in our Gurukul. So those gurus, they used to teach you all the things that you need to know in life, and then Guru knows, like once they start getting to know you, like for example, you have more than 1 or 2 siblings at home, right? Mom and dad knows exactly what is your strength, what you're good at. Let's say you're good at playing a music instrument, they will put some extra effort for you to send you an extra classes to some music classes to learn veena or keyboard, anything of that sort, right? Someone is really good at sports, you go to sports class and then try to learn more. It's a really good art, right? Because parents can realize what the potential you have and where you can excel. Same thing Guru used to do, because he used to know everything. Let's say if person X is really good at music, right? He used to concentrate more on music while he's teaching him the other things, but he used to make him as a major in music, like that. They know in and out of you, and then they take care of you until the end. In the sense, when I say after you leave him also, after you come out of his home, you go on your own also, they have the spiritual connection. They used to teach you, they used to teach mantras, they used to make you evolve as a human spiritually. Like that, in current general, like 21st, 22nd century, however we call it, so we really get to have a good guru, a spiritually evolved souls who can be your guru or a pious person, and he is my guru. So I'm very lucky enough to have him in my life, who he accepted me as a Shishya, and then he did the Mantropadesha, and then he kind of teaches me spiritually. I know what I learned in the schools, in the colleges, putting my master's degree, everything is one aspect of it. That kind of helps me to get a job and then take care of my family, and the materialistic is having a house, having a car, that kind of thing. Whereas he teaches me spiritually what I need to be a good person, and then to be rooted ground on to my dharma, sanatana dharma, and the process evolve myself, and then I was still to realize myself, realize my God, Shiva, right? Eventually, if I want to be at his feet, to what you call it, Aikyam, like to be part of Shiva himself, it's not an easy process, very lengthy process. For that, you need a guru, and he is the spiritual guru who is helping me spiritually how to do things. Like my mom just taught me what is good, what is bad, how to walk, how to ride, how to play baseball and all these things. Similarly, he is teaching me how to reach to my Lord slowly, one step at a time. And his name, that original name that was given to him by his parents were Amara Bhupati Ganesha. But once he became spiritually a guru, his name was changed by Baba to Shirdi Saibaba. That's the name he goes by. Or we simply call him Swami.
Angushtatarjani yoga mudra vyajena dehinam shrutyartham brahma jivaikyam darshayanno vatachivaha.
मौनव्याख्या प्रकटित परब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वर्षिष्ठान्तेव सदृशिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलित चिन्मुद्रमानन्दमूर्तिं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव।
ॐ गुरुदेवाय विद्महे परब्रह्माय धीमहि तन्नो गुरुः प्रचोदयात्।
Rituals in the puja, like say taking water and then bathing. Like if you go to your home, right, use the mug and bucket to shower, right? Same thing, we use that. Hold it carefully. And this is the one, if you see it has a hole in it. This is the different trim that makes a sound actually. But it requires a lot of lung power to push the air through it so that it make a sound. Probably when you get straight, probably I don't know whether you can make a sound out of it. But what I will, you can just look at it, but I will blow it and then show it to you, how the sound it makes. This is it's a shell. Both of them are shells, but different types of shells. Real ones, yes, real ones.
अनन्त संसार समुद्रतार नौकायिकाभ्यां गुरुभक्तिराभ्यां वैराग्यसाम्राज्यद पूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्।
You can start practicing from now. If you do it right, by the time you grow old, your lungs are going to be so strong. No flu, no cold, nothing can come close to you guys.
ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिवा हर 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 महादेवा। ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिवा हर 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 महादेवा। जय गुरु ओंकारा जय जय सद्गुरु ओंकारा।
There for few days, and then first time when he came in Shirdi, there's something called Guru Stham. There's a neem tree, and then first time when they saw him sitting in the neem tree in the middle of the night at the time, and the person in the Shirdi, I told you there were very few people, like about 40 or 50 homes used to be there in a small village. When they saw this guy, some small kid was sitting in the base of a tree in the middle of the night when it was raining, and they could not go out in the night, and so they waited for the rain to go out. And the next day, they asked him, like, so who are you, where you came from? And then he was giving them some vague answers. Like he was telling, like, say, he's not giving out much information, he's trying to keep quiet. And then even if you want to give some, just give very little, small, short words as a response. They thought he might be divine soul because he's so pious and he started doing tapasya that's so engaged. So they didn't want to disturb him much. But after a few days, he left. And again he came back at the age of around 15 or 16 years old, back again into Shirdi. And next time when he's coming back, right, he came not alone, he came along with a marriage party. What happened was, after that he left Shirdi, he was around Shirdi only, he was like in the forest and all those things, on his own, sitting and meditating. One day, one family, in olden days, let's say, if you're having a marriage, getting done in a village, right, like say, the bride is in one place and the groom is in another place. So usually the groom family, they go from their home to the bride's house. So the bride was in this situation from Shirdi. So when that whole family was coming, right, they saw Baba in between one of the forests while they're walking through the forest, like say, and they wanted him to come along with him because they thought that he was a pious person. So they brought Baba along with him into Shirdi. So when he came second time at the age of 16, and after that he never left. From that point on, he stayed in the Shirdi only. So, but initial days, he used to leave the same neem tree when he first came, right? He used to go and sit there only. Then he never used to go to any home, he never used to ask anybody for any food. People used to think how we can, small young boy like him, can live without any food, without any shelter. He's out for exposed to all the elements like the sun, like heat, weather, right? Night also, he used to sit quietly, he never used to go and like sleep or with a blanket, he used to just like sit there, meditate for days together. Then they realized that slowly he's a very divine soul. And then slowly the people asked him, hey, can you come and stay in a place instead of staying in the street? Then they did a small masjid, like some like small room, not even this big, right? Whatever you're saying, but this is a small place actually. So they asked all of them to come here, why don't you come and like stay there? That way at least you'll have some shelter over your head, let's say for a sun, or rain, it's raining, at least you will not be kind of troubled. And he said, okay, and then he didn't want to go because all the people with love, he said, okay, please come. And they kind of forced him to go and stay there. So he went and like, started living there. When he said living, nothing, he doesn't have anything on him, he had only one robe. And then he used to have one small cloth, chole, what we call it, like something that you collect the food, right? So what he never, since he does not a family man, he doesn't do anything, so he used to go for bhiksha, alms, right? Like say, in Sanatana Dharma, one thing that you once you become a sannyasi, once you start going in the divine path, right? You don't have your life of your own, you don't have your home of your own, you don't have your like mom and anything, you know. So what you do is you go for bhiksha, you go for like say, you beg for your food, and then whatever food you get for the day, you eat other food, irrespective of like, you know, how it is tasty or not, what type of food, like say, your favorite food, like say paneer or something, biryani, no. So whatever you get, he used to eat. So that's how most of the saints live. So he used to have only two things with him, apart from his robe, right? He used to have one small mud bowl and then one cloth bag. So he used to go out for bhiksha and then he used to get whatever he used to eat. In fact, first before he used to feed all the dogs, stray dogs and cats that were there in the village. And then whatever left after they eat, he used to eat it. So like that, that's how his life started. He entered into Shirdi. But once he started coming, like the people started coming and started seeing, right, they kind of realized how powerful he is, how big of an award soul he was. Because people, some divine souls, other like sadhus, satpurushas, they used to come to Shirdi without like, imagine some olden days, like some small village somewhere in Maharashtra near Nagpur, nobody knows even it existed in the map before Baba came there. But people used to come and see him. Then that's when even Shirdi people started loving him. And then, so he used to go to few families only for the bhiksha, because out of all those 50, 60 homes in the village, right, not everybody was rich. Only few people were having little money. So he used to go to only those homes, ask for bhiksha, and then eat a little bit. And then slowly he started showing miracles. It's not just showing miracles like this to show like I'm doing a magic. It's not like that. Like one thing that happens is cholera. In early, I think when he came into Shirdi it was about 1860 or 1858, around that time frame based on the records, right? 1857, 58 time frame he came to Shirdi first time, and then second time a few years later. So at that time, late 1800s, there used to just like what we are now having COVID-19, right? At that time, before that, probably might have heard something which was swine flu or Spanish flu and all those things. Before that, like in the late 18th century, they used to do the cholera. They used to be, and this is this pandemic just like this, and people used to die like insects, like what you're seeing right now is nothing actually. People used to die in millions actually. So people were really scared to go from one place to another place. The same what you have restrictions, right? Not to go out, not to mingle with it, everything was shut down, that kind of situation. So at the time, even the people in Shirdi was scared, like, but he cured that whole thing in Shirdi, and he said that nothing will happen to Shirdi. And then he used just the wheat flour, right? He used to take the wheat, he used to grind it, and then use the grinded wheat flour to mark a boundary around the whole village. And after he did that, nothing happened. Not even a single person in that village were infected with that, whereas other people around that village and then that state also were dying, but nothing happened. That's when they started realizing, hey, this is one of the miracles kind of, you can say, he had done. Like that, he has done some millions, because even people now even lost track of those miracles that happens in any of Baba followers' life. Actually, if you really believe in even following, right? Believe me, you are going to see some miracles even you can't explain why it happened, other than the fact that it's a miracle, somebody was helping you, right? Like that, it started. So from that point, he stayed in Shirdi for about good 60 years. So in those 60 years, right, when people started knowing, get to know him, right, the whole picture of Shirdi changed. In the sense, a lot of people started coming in, started living in Shirdi, because a lot of people are there, and they used to come and see Baba every Thursday, and they used to be like procession every Thursday. So these two small shops, like when you go to fairs, right, you have all these people come and do the stalls. Same thing, people used to come and do all the stalls in the Shirdi. So it started growing like that after he put food on the place before he left his body in 1916. He lived about close to 60 to 63 years in the physical form, actually, at a high level. So this is about him, how he came and then how he left his body. But if you go and try to want more deeper, right, if you have a specific question, I can help answer that, because it's huge. Even what I know is probably very might drop in the ocean kind of thing. So it's huge. Nobody knows exactly what he is, what he's capable of. The miracles he has done across the globe. But again, there are so many miracles that happen in their own life, and the people devotees who come into this temple the last 10 years, those that
Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Hara 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 Mahadeva Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Hara 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 Mahadeva.
Somebody knocked on the door. I went to see there was like an old man who was holding fruits, I think. I can't remember that much. Who was holding fruits, and he told, I think he gave us some fruits or something, and then we just did some namaskar to him. We came and we wanted to give him something, but then he wasn't there.
if you pray to any of the god, right, to Perumal or Shivan or name it, only thing is you need to have that devotion. When you do that with love, believe me, he is there watching over you, taking care of you all your life. Because even now, you guys are so blessed to have this darshan coming and sitting in the temple and then do all those things, right? Credit to your mom, dad, and family and friends. When we are old, there is not many people who used to spend that kind of time and then teach us. Whatever we learned on our own. Or if we're lucky enough to go to Gurukul, but at the time we're all running after a convent school because we want to learn English, right? We never wanted to learn Sanskrit, we never wanted to learn our Sanat Dharma, because we want to learn English, we want to go abroad, we want to come to America. That's the only thought that I had. Now I realize the mistake I made. But again, I'm trying to correct it to some extent where I can. But given a chance, if I had to relive my whole thing, believe me, I would have been sitting in some Gurukula and then learning my Vedas and come here. But yeah. But I'm trying to make the best of what I can with what I have right now. Yes, yeah, those kind of experience that you have, many people will have it if you have the love and bhakti towards them. 11 sayings of Baba. Even to be frank, when I read them at the end of the day, to summarize it, right, at the end of the day, what I know is, if you come to his adore, go down in front of him, lay down your guard and tell them, okay, you are my God, you are my Guru, and please take care of me, right? The moment you surrender to him, right, rest is history. In the sense, you don't have to worry about any problem that happens in your life. You don't have to ask for anything. He will not allow you to have any want or need go unfulfilled. Like even though it's not a need, if it's also want also, right? It still help you out. Whereas if you come to Guru or Baba, Guru like Baba, who is more than your mom and dad in the way he can love you, right? So when somebody come to Shirdi, or for us this is Shirdi, wherever he is, that is Shirdi. It doesn't have to be the same village where he is there in India, in Maharashtra near Nagpur. So whenever you go to his darbar means his palace, right? In Shirdi, in the small temple, however small it is, however big it is, right? It is his temple. So when you go there, bow down and then tell them, okay, Swami, this is what I want. When you really believe in him, He says that he's going to give you all these 11 things that you read on the paper over here. So if you start with it, right? Whoever puts his feet on the Shirdi soil, their suffering will come to an end. In our Sanatana, one thing we see is moksha. That means we believe in reincarnation, right? Because we feel that once we leave this body, we are going to take another body. We keep taking births until we get moksha. Moksha is when you kind of get immersed with the Lord Shiva and there's no more rebirth for you. That is called as moksha. But for you to get that moksha, you need to have both your positive and negative. That is good deeds and bad deeds. Both needs to be nullified. Let's say even a really good person, you keep doing so much good, right? Let's say you have so much bank balance. Let's say good is like a credit. Like you have so much bank balance. Negativity is that they credit, like whatever you take it out, right? Like positive negativity. So as long as even have more positive also, you need to keep taking births to consume that, to spend that extra punya that you are gained. So once you have both your punya and papa becomes nullified, that's when you call it moksha in spiritual terms, right? So we go to a lot of places, like Kashi is one of the places where you go there, you get mukti, like Arunachalam. Like there's so many adobes in India, and Shirdi is one of them. What he says is, if somebody comes into Shirdi, they put the land, their feet in Shirdi, all your sufferings will come to an end. What are the problems that you come with it? Obviously, you go to another water, you have some problems, you go to temple to want to go and tell your problems. Like you go to mom and dad because let's say you are having stomachache, or you want something, you want to buy something, or whatever your needs and wants, right? You go to your mom and dad. Same thing. So similar, if you go to Baba to ask something, your suffering could be your pain, or your suffering could be your want to have something. All those will be fulfilled. That's what he's trying to say very first saying. Whoever puts his feet in the Shirdi soil, their suffering will come to an end. The reason he uses Shirdi was at the time he was like living in the small village called Shirdi, but that Shirdi doesn't, it's kind of literally that you have to go all the way there. Even this is for you, it's Shirdi. Wherever he is there, when you enter into any temple, anywhere, that is his Shirdi. So when you come into temple, that means your sufferings are gone. Pretty much they're done at the entrance of the temple only. The wretched and the miserable will rise to joy and happiness as soon as they climb the steps of the mosque. In this, the reason they use the mosque is, I told it, whenever he came as a 16 years young lad into Shirdi, they asked him to stay in a small room kind of place that was used to be old masjid in Shirdi. At the time in India, India is one of being a secular country. We have all the religions in India. Even the Muslims also used to live in India, even though the Islamic religion came outside India, but they used to live harmoniously with us because our Sanatana is the one we accept every religion as equals. We don't look down upon any religion. So the reason actually we allowed them also flourish in India. So they used to have mosque and play worship. Just like our temple, mosque is their worship place. So he used to live in that small room, that is the mosque. That's the reason they use this mosque. So he says that basically anybody who's coming into Shirdi after they put the feet in the soil, they come to go to see Baba, right? It used to have 3 or 4 steps. He said that kind of the moment you put your first foot on that step of the mosque, all your miseries have been taken care of. That's what his second saying says. Third one, I shall be ever active and vigorous even after leaving this earthly body. So Baba and any guru in Sanatana Dharma, if you see that, when they leave the body, they take samadhi. So even that for us, right, Dharma Sanatana Dharma what feels is, earth is just like, this body is just like another shed that you wear. Today you are using a traditional clothes, tomorrow once you take a shower you put on something else, right? Similarly, the Atma is one which keeps taking different shapes and forms and bodies. That Atma is the one which is unique, whereas this body is something that you're rented, it's temporary. So when the divine souls, when they want to leave this body, right, since thousands of people had seen him and then looked at him saying, okay, hey, this is Baba, this is how Baba looks like. this is how Jesus looks like, this is how Raghavendra Swami looks like, right? You have a picture of that person in your mind, but when the person dissolves and then like you burn that body, right? Then you will not be able to visualize it again. That's why what they do, they never used to burn their body, they used to go to Samadhi, Jiva Samadhi. They used to even go there, sit and then the body was put to rest in the place. So he says that not only him, in many gurus in India had proved that after they leave this physical body, when this physical body, when the body is no longer active, it kind of becomes stale. When the soul departs from the body, right? You don't think that I'm gone, I'm not there for you. Even though you can't see me in this physical form of my hands and legs moving, I'm speaking to you and I'm touching you and I'm blessing you. I can do all those things without that physical form in Sukshma Rupa. So I was telling you, my guru gets his visions. He can see me every day whenever he wants. And even my own experience, I told you that when he came into my into a place where I'm living when I was a student, to bless me in the form of a sadhu, and then like a bigger, for the lack of right choice of word, he's not one who begs because the other one beggars in front of him. But so he takes that form whenever he wants. So that's the reason actually that's what it meant, saying that I shall be ever active and vigorous even after leaving this earthly body. So that's what the third saying says. Fourth one, my tomb shall bless and speak to the need of my devotees. So in Shirdi, where he left his body, right, they kind of created like say a Samadhi Mandir, the tomb, where his body lay to rest. A lot of people who went there, who touched that place, right, they feel the vibration the moment, just like when you're feeling that, holding that shanku, you're hearing sounds, right? The moment they touch the hand on that place, or maybe they put the ear to that place where his body was put to rest, they used to listen voices, they used to listen his blessings, and then they used to listen some divine sounds from that, and they used to get energies just by touching it. So that's what he meant. My tomb shall bless. Whoever comes and then touches his tomb, right, they will be blessed. And that's what the fourth saying says. I shall be active and vigorous even from my tomb. So the what is it? In his tomb, we think that okay, his body is put to rest, and it's kind of stale body. It got decomposed, like skeletons and all those things. It's not like your mummy moves, right? It's not like that. For sadhus, their bodies will stay fresh for thousands and thousands of years also. In many of our, even in India, a lot of temples has the gurus who left their bodies. Some of them are even openly, you can see some of them actually. Your body can still, that thing happens to your body actually. So that's what it meant. I shall be active and vigorous even from my tomb. My mortal remains will speak from my tomb. Same thing. Even my mortal remains means like it could be bones and flesh and everything. Mortal remains, but it's not like life, but it's flesh and whatever you see, right? They still speak from the tomb, and many people experience that. Even Shirdi, when they go to actual Shirdi, when they touch their tomb, right? Tomb, and they put their head on it or maybe put their ear to it, they can listen sounds, they can listen him speaking to them actually. I am ever living to help and guide all who came to me, who surrendered to me, and who seek a refuge in me. As it is, once you come here and then go down and then tell them, okay, Baba, you are my Almighty and you are my Savior. Done. Pretty much you don't have to ask for anything. Once you have that faith in him, saying that he can take care of every problem of mine, and he will do that for you, and you don't have to ask for anything. He will take care of all your wants and needs also. If you look to me, I look to you. This is my favorite thing. Whenever I told you, right, whenever I have any problem, for some few minutes or so, I'm a little worried and then saying that, okay, how I can overcome this. It could be money problem, it could be problem at work, it could be something else also, right? Emotional problem. After a few minutes, I'll just close my eyes, or maybe I'll come here, I'll look at him, or at home I go to my puja mandir, sit in front of him, just I'll stare at him saying that, help me. I don't have to ask for it because he knows exactly what I want, right? I don't have to give the list, laundry list, saying, okay, this is what, like wish list you write to Santa, you don't have to do that also. You can sit in front of him and just watch him. Whatever happens in you, because he's inside you, so he knows exactly what you want, what you're thinking, and then he will look to me and I look to you. The moment you put your eyes on him, he'll start looking to you and then he'll start helping you out. If you cast your burden on me, I shall surely bear it. Sometimes what happens is like I'm really kind of tired with the problems that I have, right? anything. So I tell, okay, Baba, it's not my problem, can you help me? It's your problem, you take care of it, you help me out, right? Then he will, believe me, is taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. And even for that also, I tell you so many miracles, like basic thing I will explain, right? I do work at American Express as an IT manager, so I have my day job, and we do seva here also at the temple, right? And then I try to, whenever I have my temple turns Monday, Wednesday and Thursday, I try to avoid, mainly Thursday, I try to avoid almost all the meetings. I tell my boss, I'm not coming, I'm in temple. They know that. So sometimes they try in the mornings or in the afternoon, they try to put some meetings, right? Now, somebody in the office, they want to attend a meeting. And then I rarely get one. But if I get it also, if I have to be there, right, because some important meeting, I'll come and sit in front of him saying that, Swami, at the time I had to be in the puja, but that meeting came in. I could not say no to my VP or like big senior official in the office, right? Why are you doing this to me? I want to be here, I want to do this, I don't want to go there and listen to that, right? And you don't believe me, not once. Whenever that happened, when I just come and even if I say that to him, even when I say that, I don't have to tell him out loud. You know, my mind will be thinking about it. Swami, that meeting will disturb my seva here. Does it has to be today? Believe me, that meeting get postponed for a different day or a different time where I can join without missing my seva here with him. Not once. This many times it happened. So that's the reason, if you leave my burden on him, he is going to take care of it. I don't have to say anything. Even to go to another level, like spiritually, I have 2 daughters. Beautiful daughters. My wife is very supportive of me. Sometimes she's more worried about, like, hey, you are not doing much, you are not taking care of your daughters, like spending time teaching them. Other parents are teaching them so much, like say you're trying to put them Kuman, this, that, and all those. So I keep telling her, like, why are you worried about them? I keep telling her, okay, before they were given to you and me as our children, they are his children. Before you think that you and I kind of give birth to them, and then as a parent, you are the only one who is loving him, you are the only one who is responsible to their well-being. I said, they are his kids, they are his burden. So he is going to take care, he is going to make sure that they evolve in their life as a beautiful human beings, beautiful souls. So nothing is going to happen to them. They will get everything they seek. And that's a confidence I have, 110% on my Guru. When you tell that to my wife, right, she said, boss, what are you doing? So you should do something as a father, as a parent, you should train something. He said, no worries, whatever the training or whatever the knowledge they need, he will take care of it. And believe me, whenever my kids also need something, right, they get help in some shape or form that will be taking care of him because of him. So if I leave it to him, I told him, okay, I want to do his seva. I don't want to be doing this. It's not that I love it, but whenever I have some time, I'll do it. But during the temple time, I have to do something, take care of them, right? And I just told him to ask him, Swami, I need your help. I want to be here. Can you help them out? Believe me, I don't have a last account actually. The help will come to them. The problem will be taken care when I'm not there with them in the house. So that is what it says. If you leave the burden to me, he will take care of it. You follow it. Believe me, you are going to experience it if you try it also. If you seek my advice and help, it shall be given to you at once. Sometimes when you are at a crossroads, when you have some 2 or 3 options to choose in your life, right? You come, some people, what they do is you are seeing your parents, somebody do it also. Normally we put some chits like saying that in front of him, like which option to pick, and then you try to put in front of Baba, and then there's a lot of, not only Baba, any devotee, any God, deity, right? A lot of people does that actually in different religions, because since you are not sure what to do, because all options look so nice and then good for you, sometimes you're in a dilemma what to choose for, right? When you do that, right, you will get an answer. And some, if you're a little evolved, you don't have to put those chits also. Come and sit in front of him. Okay, Baba, this is the option I have, 2 options, 3 options, what do you want me to take, right? If you sit quietly, you will get the answer which one, but you will try to analyze what are the, maybe you had doubt, okay, which one to go, point A, B, as you see, you have an option, right? You have your own, A has its own positive and negatives, B has its own positive and negatives, and C has same thing. But when you're in front of him, sitting quietly, something will pop up out of the ABC, and then you will try to figure out, okay, why the number that popped up, that option that popped up is better than the other 2. And he will make you realize that You don't. So, and that happens to me in multiple occasions also. That's what he says in this 10th one. There shall be no want in the house of my devotees. Need and want. If you remember, in the beginning when I said that, want. Want is you want a Nintendo, you want a Tesla car, you want iPhone, you want iPad. The moment you said you have a want, he's going to grant it to you. It's not, and it doesn't have to be need also. Even if you want also, he will let you have it. As many you ask, he will let you have it. Until you reach a stage where you say, okay, I'm content with what I wanted. Now I want something different. I want to go on the spiritual path. I don't want any of these materialistic needs. Until you reach that stage, he's going to give it to you. Any want you ask, he's going to give it to you. That's what the 11th says. There shall be no want in the house of my devotee. So, and believe me, each one of them is so true. I'm in his fold. I came in early 90s. It's good close to 30 years. And believe me, initial days I used to ask him, Baba, give me that, Baba, can you give me that? Literally, I used to ask him silly, stupid things. I used to ask, okay, can you ask my dad, can you make my dad give me a bike? Can you make my dad give me some extra money so that I can go out with my friends, right? Those are the things I used to ask him, Baba, believe me. And I used to get those. And after a stage, right, then I started thinking, what a stupid I am. Why am I asking this when he can give me more than this, right? Spiritually, he has so much with him. Once I achieve or attain those, right, I don't have this feeling of I want this, I want that, right? Eventually I will leave all those things. So he is now taking me slowly one step at a time towards that, right? So I used to ask that also, all those wants, which I feel silly right now when I look back. But he granted me everything I asked him. And then if you really have faith in him, he's going to grant that to you also. Again, it's your faith. It's going to matter of faith. Shraddha and Sabha, that's what it says. Faith and belief in him. Right? Any questions, Steve?
Everybody says Om Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Om Sai
Yeah, Sai Ram is something like that way. You're not going to resist and not go do it. So once you know what is the power, why it has to be done that way, once you understand that how powerful that method is, then you're not going to lose track and focus out of it. And our Sanatana Dharma is like that. Everything we do has a scientific reason. And for simple, probably you might have heard from your parents also, right? Like Galileo or somebody like these people like who invented the telescope and all those things. After inventing the telescope only they found out about the planets and all those things. But our Dharma, we know what knowledge of these 9 planets, how they rotate, when we get eclipse and everything. I'm talking about like few hundreds of thousands of years back. Not now, I'm talking about like say hundreds of thousands of years back we had that knowledge in our culture. That has been selectively, not selectively, planned way. It has been demolished by many people, but unfortunately let's not go there. But yeah, since you have now access to it, and now you can learn through using internet and social media, learn about it and go to temples, visit them, try to understand, read books like Bhagavad Gita, any shloka. You don't have to read the whole book one time. Pick any book, start reading it slowly, one at a time. So you don't have to do everything on the same day. One shloka per week or something like that, right? And then start chanting like Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, and all those things might be just the sounds. And believe me, you do it for everybody probably in a year continuously, Vishnu Sahasranama, every day or every week once, and then look back that 1 year and then see the change that is going to come in you, how powerful and strong you're going to become morally, emotionally, and then your studies also. And each one of them will take you someplace which you never even thought of. Any of the shlokas, any of the sahasranamas of our dharma.
Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Hara 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 Mahadeva. Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Hara 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 Mahadeva. Jaya Guru Omkara, Jaya Jaya Sadguru Omkara, Jaya Guru Omkara.
When you touch this, all your energies are going into this fruit and to the Guru. Guru will make sure that reaches the top.
Shri
Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo
शरीरं सुरूपं तथा वा कलत्रं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यम् मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपत्ने
ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम् कलत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धव सर्वमेतद्धि जातम् मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपत्नी ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम्
षडङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिगद्यं सुपद्यं करोति मनश्चेन लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपत्ने
ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम् विदेशेषु मान्यः स्वदेशेषु धन्यः सदाचारवृत्तेषु मत्तो न चान्यः मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपत्नी ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः
Exactly. Like that, we pass on our knowledge so that all of you are getting more knowledge about our Bharat heritage. So I'm going to ask you one question and I need your true opinion. We all have fun today. Having your birthday parties with your friends like this at a temple, yeah, and learn about our heritage. So you need to talk to your parents and say, instead of having in some place, in a park or something, why not we